How you doing?
How are you doing?
Good. Starting off with some yoga. We moved into the pool. Gave that a try. It's a little hard to hear because of how echoey, but it went well.
Hi guys, this is Erie Times News online reporter Sarah Grabsky. I'm here today. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about what's going on because some of you are wondering. This is a planned school walkout in conjunction with the National School Walkouts that were all over the nation in March, just kind of commemorating and remembering the Parkland shooting. Fairview students chose to do their walkout on April 20th, which is the anniversary of the Columbine shootings. So here we are today at Fairview High School, and students here are walking out right now. So I'm going to turn the camera back around. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on and kind of get a better understanding now.
So we have 1 minute. Sounds 40 seconds.
illness is extremely prevalent, yet we are so reluctant to discuss it. We may not understand it, we may not be able to find empathy, but we can all contribute to making this environment an accepting and caring place. Public school brings students together unrestricted to judge each other, but also free to care for one another and emanate kindness from one person to the next. The despondent clouds of Erie can really darken a mood. So we, students and teachers, need to discover other ways to radiate sunshine throughout the halls. Extending a kind hand by helping students that are struggling, beginning a conversation with someone you believe that you would never talk to, or offering to sit with a small group at lunch can illuminate the educational environment. Though it is difficult to care for others if you don't first care for yourself. Like mentioned before, mental illness is a tough, cerebral civil war and can overtake your shareable optimism. Thus, you need to help yourself prior to helping others. For me, personally, I've struggled with anxiety for 12 years, but it was heightened throughout high school. I will text, call, or FaceTime my friends late at night, and I know they ungrudgingly will help me through my struggle. I have never doubted that they care for me and are concerned for my well-being. So with anxiety, a sometimes isolating disease, I never felt alone. That is an empirical example of the importance of caring and kindness. But with giving comes receiving. Every one of us needs to be receptive of the friendliness of other people and reflect it onto others. My friend's willingness to assist me through an ongoing struggle would not have been a success story if I was not also willing to accept it. One simple act of kindness could reverse a person's mood. And consistent small acts of kindness could create comprehensive surroundings where each person feels loved and accepted. We need to create a comfortable environment based off of unity and inclusion. Therefore, I challenge you to glean your kindness to each person throughout this school. As Black Panthers T'Challa says, we must find a way to look after one another.
Next, we have Dr. Kate.
Thank you. I appreciate the invitation to say a few words today. I think today this is more impressive because it's a student-led activity, and you're here by choice. There's other things going on inside that you could certainly be a part of, and you've chosen to be here to hear a few words. And my message today is really a pretty simple one. I'm going to go back to something that Mr. Lane said in the last assembly when Derek Fiedler was here. And the message of see something, say something. You know, Mr. Lane made a comment that day, and a lot of you chuckled when he said it. He talked about how he loves all of you, but not in a creepy way, he said, like he loves his family. And I just want to kind of re-emphasize that point from the administration. That is how we feel about our students. I mean, obviously for me, there's one sophomore in the crowd that I might love in a little bit of a different way because I own her. But for the rest of you, it is a different type of love that the administration has for the students here in Fairview. And what I want to emphasize and re-emphasize today is if you know of someone or you yourself is considering hurting yourself, I beg you to say something. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I haven't told too many people about the story. Allie actually just asked me about it last week. But I was a teacher before I became a principal and before I became a superintendent. I was an English teacher. And back in 1999, I was teaching at Bradford High School, 11th grade English class. And we had a student named Harry Bryington. And Harry, I'll never forget where he sat. He sat in the middle of the classroom, about the third row back, about the third seat back. And During the week, it was about this time of year because the weather was just breaking. Harry made the really unfortunate decision to take his own life. And it was pretty tough for all of us, pretty tough for me as a teacher, because I look back now and think that Harry not only punished himself, but he punished his family and 1,000 students and teachers at Bradford High School. I can't tell you the pain and the difficulty coming into the classroom. I believe it happened on a Tuesday. The pain and difficulty of coming back into my classroom, our classroom, on Wednesday, and having an empty seat. I was telling Mrs. Spada that if there was a silver lining, it was a semester-long course. And so it was only about another month maybe before the semester ended. And we could sort of move on from it. But every day in that classroom there was an empty chair. It was a constant reminder. Needless to say, it didn't need to happen. And not much learning took place in that class the remainder of that semester. Some of you may know this already, but lives have been saved at Fairview High School and Fairview Middle School this year. Because people, even though they feel broken, even though they feel afraid or lost, they realize that there are people here that they can talk to. And they found the courage to speak to a trained adult and to get help. You know, it's really not much different from going to Miss Jones or Mr. Sanford for extra math help, or to Mr. Blystone to work on your basketball shot. There's nothing wrong and there's everything right with seeing a principal or a guidance counselor with concerns about your mental health. Tigers, we rise above, and when we see something, we say something. Nothing is more important to me than keeping all of you safe in these schools every day. For that to happen successfully, we need all of your help. I was looking up some statistics, and I realized that today, 105 Americans will take their lives. When you multiply that by the number of friends and loved ones impacted by that death, that's literally tens of thousands of people each day who suffer as a result of an unfortunate decision. Don't be a statistic at Fairview High School. You have way too much to live for, and we do love you. Thank you.
Next, we have Audrey's kids.
It's 1 o'clock. I'm editing photos in the photo lab. Mrs. Daly is over by Leah McNerney's computer, helping her choose the best photo, and Hannah Senzo is waiting to talk to Mrs. Daly. Photo 1 and Photo 2 both have a free day to take pictures, so most of the students in my class are out and about in the school. A few of us are in the classroom editing or brainstorming the next project. At 1:03, we hear the announcements come on. We almost disregard it, expecting a student to be called down to the office. But instead of Miss Frith over the PA system, Mr. Lane makes an announcement. Well, we think it's Mr. Lane because his anxious tone of voice is barely comprehensible. For what the class can make out, a code red is being called. I freeze in my seat. Mrs. Daly quickly closes the classroom door and turns the lights off. I can hardly move, but I manage to crouch down. Some students are trying to break the windows to get outside and run from the school. I decide to run out of the classroom to safety through the hallway. As I run, I hear loud pops and find myself staring face to face with a person carrying a gun in my school. Because I don't want the situation to happen to me, you, the teachers over there, anyone I know, or anyone period, I join Students for Change. Students and teachers have enough to worry about without the addition of wondering if someone may come into the school and use a weapon to kill a dozen of them. Educators and my academic peers should only need to think about grades, tests, homework, social events, athletics, and other extracurricular activities. Not one worry that would cut everything else short. Students have a right to learn, and teachers have a right to teach without interruptions. And being anxious is a constant disruption. We have the privilege of bringing these fears to light and learning more about what we can do. Spreading the knowledge about gun violence not only to schools, but everywhere, is essential for human survival and a responsibility to all students.
Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone who walked out today. It takes a lot of bravery to stand up to power the way we are. I commend each and every one of you for walking out. With that being said, the walkout is nearly over. We will soon have to leave the stadium and go back to our classes, clubs, sports, and homes. While the walkout may be wrapping up, this is not the end, but rather the beginning. As you leave today, I challenge all of you to think of ways you can reduce violence in our community, nation, and world. To help you out of it, I'll give you some examples of things Students for Change has done before organizing the walkout. Before I get into the things we've done, I'd like to clear up some misconceptions about Students for Change. I helped to establish this group because I was tired of waking up in the morning to only hear news of another mass shooting. I was tired of hearing thoughts and prayers, but still no action being taken. Students for Change is a group of students who have taken it upon themselves to work for the safety of all students and teachers. We aren't a bunch of kids sitting in Mrs. Spada's room plotting on taking everyone's guns away. We believe that every person has the right to own a gun, but that doesn't mean that right goes unregulated. Students for Change stands for common sense gun laws, stronger background checks, and an increase in the care for the mentally ill. To uphold these beliefs, Students for Change has taken action in a few ways. The first way we took action was by educating ourselves. A few students met with Deputy Raz at the start of our movement. A few weeks later, we met with President Judge Drusilla in his chambers. In our meeting with Judge Drusilla, we learned about violence in the city and how easy it is for inner city kids to access guns. We also discussed the importance of education in these communities. Education is the driving force behind progress, and making sure these students have equal access to education is critical. This is an easy way to get involved. Educate yourself and others. Learn the facts about gun violence and use them to get your point across. Volunteer for organizations that work to allow all students to have the same academic opportunities, regardless of race, economic status, or gender. Once you've educated yourself, the next step is to directly take action. Students for Change has directly taken action in a few ways. The first is by calling for a town hall with local representatives. After many tedious months of back and forth emails and the frail egos getting in the way of local progress, Students for Change was able to organize a town hall with Senator Dan Laughlin and Representative Brad Roy. We discussed issues such as mental health, background checks, and how the opioid crisis affects gun violence in Erie. In addition to hosting a town hall, Students for Change helped to make the school safer by assisting the Community Service Club with painting the locker bays. This enables students and staff to be able to easily maneuver the building in the event of an emergency. This isn't limited to an active shooter situation. The painted lockers are able to help in the event of a fire or a medical emergency. Any way you can be actively involved, like the members of Students for Change in the previous example, will help push our cause forward. This includes writing to representatives, hosting town halls, and finding ways to make our schools safer. Another important step to bringing about a positive change is simply being there for one another. All it takes is one act of kindness a day. Let your friends know you appreciate them. Sit with people that sit alone at lunch, or smile at someone new in the hallway. You'll never know how far that act of kindness can go. Another important part of this is sticking up for one another. I'm sure you're tired of hearing this, but if you see something, say something. If you see another student getting picked on, you need to stand up for them. Tell an adult or tell the bully what they're doing isn't right. I know this is cheesy, and I know you're tired of hearing this being said. While that may be true, it is vital we stick together and stand up for one another. Fred Rogers said, there are three ways to ultimate success. The first is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. The third way is to be kind. Let's radiate kindness so our mission of a nonviolent tomorrow can be accomplished. While every way to take action mentioned before is imperative to bringing about change, the most crucial action to take is voting. Voting is the most basic way citizens can be heard in our nation. While it may seem rather simple, voting isn't just putting a piece of paper with a name onto it in a giant box. The process of electing an official to represent you starts when you learn about the politicians running. It is imperative you educate on each candidate's beliefs and platforms. Voting politicians into office, regardless of political party, that believe in common sense gun laws, better mental health care, and a safe for all students is an important first step. If you find that an already elected official does not support universal background checks, or believes we should anything but books and pencils, vote them out. To help you start in the voting process, voting registration will be available to all of you 18 and older during all elections. For those of you still too young to vote, keep yourself educated and up to date. The time will come soon when you're able to vote, and you need to be ready. I'd like to finish by thanking everyone one last time for bravely standing against gun violence. Being an advocate for change is not easy, but it's something that must be done. Each and every one of us here has the capabilities to change our nation for the better. We cannot hold ourselves back, we must stand together against violence. Now is the time for action, and now is the time for change. Right now, we're going to walk 2 laps around the track, symbolize 2 decades of lives lost, and no change. Our hope is that you start thinking of change after the second lap. Return to class and remember to sign up today to vote during lunches, or grab a card and write someone a kind note. Change starts with us.
Please start your recording.
That movie looks so good. He is like I'll dog. Oh yeah.
Die together.
Dude, this is bad.
Die together.
This is bad. You know what we're gonna do? You and me, let's go. Yeah, you're not doing it. You don't mind. Yeah, if there's something behind you, tell me. So perfect and so calm that I think sometimes like what's happening.
walkout here at Fairview High School is wrapping up, so I just wanted to again let you know was part of a national walkout. Some high schools and school districts chose to, a student-led walkout, chose to have their walkout in March, and so Fairview High School, Fairview School District, the students chose on the anniversary of Columbine, April 20th, to walk out and protest gun violence here. So Erie Times News reporter Ed Palatella will have a story and more on this event today and more information for you. So make sure you check goerie.com for updates. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you later.